Hello, and welcome to Rumbo al Inglés. I'm Alberto Alonso, and I am here, as usual, with the mysterious, exotic, enchanting, magical, mystical, astounding, astonishing Raquel del Rio.
Hello, Alberto.
Hi, how are you, Raquel? How are you feeling today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How are you today? Are you feeling well? Welcome back. Thanks for coming back with us. We're going to have a great time. Today we have a crazy class. Ask me why the class is so crazy.
Why is the class so crazy?
Okay, this is a crazy class because we're going to test you. We're going to make sure that you've been paying attention and listening to everything we say and writing it down. We are going to go over. What does this mean, Raquel? To go over.
Ir por encima.
Okay, to go over is also repasar, to go over. We're going to go over all the material that we've done up to this point. Are you ready? I hope so. I hope you've been studying because that's the only way to get better. Isn't that right, Raquel?
That's right.
Okay, now, have you been studying? Let me ask you before I ask them at home. Have you been studying?
A little bit.
A little bit. Can I ask you how often you study? How often do you study? Tell me.
Maybe 3 times per week, if I can.
If you can, okay. Now, let me ask you this, a little conditional. How long would you study if you didn't have to work?
I would study 5 times per week.
5 times per week. And how long would each study session last?
It would last 2 hours.
2 hours. I don't know. Do you think she's making it up? Inventando. Do you think she's making it up? Are you making it up?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay, all right. Very good. Well, are you ready? It's time. We're going to get into it right away. We got a lot of things to go over, a lot of things. So stay with us. Here we go. We're going to look at Raquel's favorite and your personal favorite. I know it. What is it, Raquel?
The passive.
The passive.
Voice.
That's right. The passive voice. I know you love it. I know Raquel loves it. And me, it's my favorite personally. Okay? All right, very good. Let's take a look. Raquel, why don't you tell the people at home why and how we form the passive voice?
How? We speak about something that happened in the past or is going to happen in the future by somebody.
Okay. And how do we form it? I mean, it can be the past, it can be the future, it can be the present continuous. The idea is you can put it in any tense you want. Isn't that wonderful? We're giving you options. You got a lot of options with us. All right, now Raquel, what is the key? What are the key ingredients when you're making a recipe? If you're making a cake, what are the key ingredients? Tell me.
One key will be the subject and complement.
Okay.
And another key, the preposition by.
The preposition by. Okay, but what makes up this tense? What are the key elements? What 2 essential parts are necessary to create the passive voice?
Everything is important. The subject, complement, verb, and the preposition, isn't it?
Okay, Raquel, she's partly right, but she's missing 2 very important things. The verb,
participle.
The verb to be plus the participle. The verb to be plus the participle is how we form the passive voice. Okay? America was, to be, right, discovered, the participle, by Columbus, or Cristobal Colon, if you'd like to call him, right? So the key elements are the verb to be and the past participle, or your third column. Okay? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready to get some points? Now, Raquel, how many points did you have the last time we met?
I had 65 points.
65. How many points do you have? Are you keeping track of your points? What is this, Raquel, to keep track of?
To keep the records up to date.
Yeah, to keep a record, to keep track of. So I hope you're keeping track of your points. When you get something right, give yourself 5 points because you deserve them, okay, because you're worth it, okay? All right, very good. Let's take a look now. What we're going to do, I'll give you a translation first, and then you'll ask me, of course. So get ready to translate and then ask me. So we're doing the affirmative and the question. Okay, here we go. Estará terminado para el martes como muy tarde.
It will be finished by Tuesday at the latest.
Yes. Okay. Ask me.
When will it be finished?
Okay, when will it be finished? When will it be finished? Very good. Se van a llevar las plantas a la otra oficina.
Okay, the plants are going to be taken away to the other room.
Okay, sure.
Or the office.
The other room, the other office, sure. The plants are going to be taken away to the other office. Okay, very good. Okay, se va a barrer el suelo cuanto antes posible.
The floor is going to be swept as soon as possible.
The floor is going to be swept as soon as possible. Ask me.
When is the floor going to be swept? Swept!
One more time.
When is the floor going to be swept?
That's right. So every day I sweep the floor. Yesterday?
Swept the floor.
And lately?
I've swept the floor.
That's right. Sweep. Swept. Swept. Very important, that third column. Okay, you got it. All right. Let's try another thing that we looked at. How do we say hace falta regar las plantas? You remember? Tell me.
I do.
Go ahead, tell me.
It needs watering.
Okay, yeah, the plants need watering. Okay, it would be one. The plants need watering. Do you remember the plural of cactus? What is it, Raquel?
Cacti.
Cacti. Very good. Did you remember that? If you did, give yourself 5 points. You deserve them. Okay, let's see. So, let's try this one. Creo que hace falta lavar tu coche. Está realmente asqueroso.
I think your car needs washing. It's totally filthy.
It's totally filthy. Okay, ask me if my sister's car needs washing.
Does your sister's car need washing?
No, it doesn't. Ask me why.
Why doesn't your sister's car? Why does
I have
your
to give you an
sister's
S.
car?
Okay, why doesn't your sister's car, the possessive S, the Sajon, the Saxonville genitive. Did you forget your S? If not, I'm going to have to give you an S. Okay, Raquel, one more time.
Okay, one more time. Why doesn't your sister's car need washing?
That's right. Why doesn't your sister's car need washing? El coche de tu hermana. Okay, very good. It doesn't need washing because I washed it last week. I'm a good brother. I'm a very good brother, okay? All right, very good. So let's take a look also at some vocabulary, if you remember, from our first class, okay? Primero, le robaron su bastón. Después intentaron dispararle con una flecha.
Okay.
Okay.
Firstly, his walking stick was stolen.
Okay.
Secondly, they tried to shoot him with an arrow.
Okay, be careful. Shoot, right? They tried to...
Shoot him with an arrow.
Okay, now using this word shoot, that's perfect. Okay, using this word shoot, how do you say derribar un avión? Do you remember?
Shoot down.
Yes, yes. Very good. To shoot down. And what about a building? How do you say derribar un edificio?
Knocked down.
Yeah, to knock down. Did you remember that? If you did, give yourself 10 points. 1 per vocabulary word. Okay, let's try another one. ¿Estás seguro de que los renacuajos les gusta el repollo? Remember, again, it's not chicken.
What do you mean with renacuajos? You're talking about little animals or
yeah,
little
that's right.
toys?
No, little animals, baby frogs, okay?
What was the
Okay, so,
sentence?
¿estás seguro de que a los renacuajos les gusta el repollo?
Are you sure the little frogs like repollo?
Very good. She speaks Spanglish perfectly. Okay, did you remember those vocabulary words? How do we say renacuajos? Do you remember? Scream. Tell me it. You don't remember?
Baby frogs.
No. Tadpoles. Tadpoles. Renacuajos. Tadpoles. I have to take away 5 points there. I have to take away 5 points. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm going to give you a chance to get back the 5 points. Give me the second word. How do you say repollo? Repollo.
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Oh, okay.
Cabbage. You surprised yourself.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you know it? Did you remember? Cabbage. Repollo. Cabbage. Remember the A-G-E we pronounce like itch. Cabbage. Spinach. Right? Spinaca. Spinach. Okay? All right. You can give yourself another 5 points. All right? You got them back. All right? You redeemed yourself. You redeemed yourself. Okay. Let's try an irregular verb translation. Okay? La tomé por la hermana de su madre, pero me perdonó.
I mistook her for her sister's mother,
Okay.
but she forgave me.
But she forgave me. Very good. I'll give you 5 for that, okay? I mistook her for her sister's mother, but she forgave me. She forgave me. Okay, here's another one. This is a phrasal verb. Remember this one. Incitar. Do you remember this one? Okay, let's see. Let's see if you do. ¿Por qué estás siempre incitando a tu hermano a hacer travesuras?
Why are you always egging your brother on doing naughty things?
Okay, egging. Now this is good. You got the phrasal verb right. To egg on, but it would be to do. Instead of the gerund, you said doing naughty things. So it's, why are you always egging your brother on to do, infinitive, naughty things? Give it to me one more time.
Why are you always egging your brother on to do naughty things?
That's right. And why, Raquel? Why are you always egging your brother on to do naughty things?
Because it's fun, Alberto.
It's fun. Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters,
I
Raquel?
have a sister.
You have a sister. Okay. And are you older or younger than her?
I am older
You're older
than
than
her.
her. Okay. All right. So obviously you're the one who's always egging her on. Am I correct when
I'm
I say
the
that?
boss.
You're the boss. Oh, okay. Does she agree? Are you watching? Is Raquel's sister watching now? Is this true? Is she the boss? Oh, no. Maybe she has a different opinion about that. We're going to have to ask her. We'll call her up after the show. Okay, very good. Here's another one. Here's another one, a vocabulary word, a structure. A structure. Now, we said aprovecharse de in a good sense, and we don't use it with people, if you recall. Here it is, okay? Aprovecha al máximo este nuevo profesor. Solo estará aquí durante 3 semanas.
Okay. Make the most of this new teacher.
Okay?
He'll only be here for 3 weeks.
Absolutely. Make the most of. Aprovecharse de. Make the most of. Ask me if I made the most of my last holidays.
Did you make the most of your last holidays, Alberto?
Yes, I did. Of course I did. You have to. You have to make the most of your holidays. You have to make the most of everything, especially your English class. You have to make the most of your English class and your time outside of class, because that's where you make your progress. In class, you apply it. But outside of class is where you study it. Right? Okay, let's try another one. This is excesos y carencias from our excesos y carencias class. Okay, la mayoría de las economías africanas están subdesarrolladas.
Most of the African economies.
Okay, African economies, not Africans, because African in this case is an adjective, and an adjective never gets an S in English. So give it to me one more time.
Again, most of the African economies
Yes?
are underdeveloped.
Underdeveloped, right?
Developed.
Give it to me one more time.
Most of the African economies are underdeveloped.
Okay, sure, ask me.
Are most of the African economies underdeveloped?
I think so. I think so. Okay. How do you say esa película fue not infra, but más valorado de lo que era?
That film was under.
No, más de lo que era. We said menos is under, right? So what is over what? You know it? You know it, Raquel?
I forgot.
Remember, this is very common. That film was overrated. Overrated and underrated, okay? The film was overrated. That means everyone talked about it too much, and when you went to go see it, it didn't live up to its expectations, okay? It didn't live up to its expectations. Okay, now let me ask you a very important question. How many pairs of shoes do you have, Raquel?
A few ones.
A few? A few.
Okay,
Yeah,
a few.
A few, okay. How many is a few? Can you be more
Few.
specific?
Okay, if you can be 10.
Okay, 10, okay. I don't know, I have a feeling, because I know Raquel likes shoes. She's a big fan of shoes, okay? All right. It's like asking a guy, how many gadgets does he have, right? A gadget. What is a gadget, Raquel? Why don't you tell them, do you know what a gadget is?
Yeah.
Tell them what a gadget is.
It's an electronic equipment.
Yeah, an electronic device.
Device.
Something, you know, the things that men like, GPS, all of these little toys for adults, okay? They're toys for adults, PlayStation, all of these. Well, PlayStation's for children and adults, right? But GPS, all of these kind of things, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this one, okay? Aproximadamente cuántos pares de zapatos tiene Imelda Marcos? Okay, and then the answers, de 3,000 a 4,000. Do you remember how we put this construction together?
I think so.
Tell me. Ask me the question and then give me the answer.
How many pair of shoes does...
How many pairs?
How many pairs of shoes does Imelda Marcos have?
Okay, you seemed like you doubted that a little bit. Give it to me one more time.
How many pairs of shoes does Imelda Marcos have?
This is Raquel's favorite mistake. Do you make this mistake too? When we put the S with the auxiliary verb, we don't touch the other verb. Isn't this right, Raquel?
I know, it's my big problem.
It is, and it's you know what? You have a very good level, but this is a simple mistake. You have to be careful because you can have a very high level, but you want to make sure you don't make those simple mistakes. I have very high level students that say people is. Never say that. Okay, never say that. People are people. It's a Depeche Mode song. People are people, okay? All right, so Raquel, give it to me one more time.
Again, how many pairs of shoes does
Imelda
Marcos have?
Yes. You see, you don't say has because the S goes with the auxiliary verb. Okay, now how do you say aproximadamente de 3,000 a 4,000?
Roughly.
Okay, roughly?
She has roughly 3,000 from 3,000 to 4,000.
Okay, now there's a little trick I taught you in one of the classes and you forgot. Did you remember the trick with the numbers? How do we say de 3 a 4,000?
From 3 to 4,000.
Right. From 3 to 4,000. It's not necessary to put the first 1,000. From 5 to 6 million. Right? So it's not necessary to put the first quantity. You just put the number, the 5 or the 4, and then at the end, the second number, you can put the 1,000 or the million. Okay? Did you remember that?
I think I did, but I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. No problem. No problem. Okay, another one. We're going back to the passive voice. This is a crazy class. We're going to go all over the place. So stay with us. Stay with us. Okay, se estaba pintando la casa cuando tuvo lugar el accidente.
The house was being painted when the accident took place.
Okay, sure. Ask me.
What do you want me to ask you? What happened?
Ask me if the house was being painted when the accident took place.
Okay, was the house being painted when the accident took place?
Yes, the house was being painted when the accident took place. Okay? El equipo ya ha sido seleccionado.
The team has already been selected.
The team has already been selected. Okay, very good. How about this one? See if you remember this structure. No sirve de nada llegar aquí antes de las 6 porque no va a haber nadie.
There is no point of getting here before 6.
There is no point in. Do you remember this construction? There is no point in ing, the gerund. So give it to me one more time.
There is no point in getting here before 6. No one will be here.
Yes, there is no point in getting here before 6 because no one will be here. Ask me.
Is there any point in being there before 6?
No, there's no point in being there before 6. Or there isn't any. Remember, you have two options. There is no point in, or there isn't any point in. Okay, in the verb, in the gerund, as we said in our previous class. Okay, another one, some vocabulary. Menudo galimatías. Do you remember? This was a difficult one. I'll give you 10 points for this one if you got it.
What a gibberish. Something similar.
Did you say gibberish? It looks like gibberish, but it sounds like gibberish. Gibberish. Go ahead. Give it to me again.
What a gibberish.
Okay. And you say menudo would be what a load of. Okay, this would be it's a very native expression. What a load of gibberish. One more time.
What a load of gibberish.
You repeat it now. What a load of gibberish. Say it out loud. Yeah, you're probably thinking that. When we start speaking very quickly, you're probably thinking the same thing, right? Okay, let's try another one. Are you ready? Another phrasal verb. Remember, what is this part of my hand called?
Knuckle.
Knuckles. Give it to me one more time.
Well, plural, knuckles.
Knuckles, knuckles, knuckles. Remember, it's KN, but it's a silent KN. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you remember. Me está costando ponerme a repasar en serio para el examen.
I find very difficult to knuckle down to revise for the exams.
Yes, I find it very difficult to revise or review for the exam. Now give me the phrasal verb for repasar and I'll give you another 5 points.
Go over.
Yes, to go over. Did you get that one right? Give yourself 5 points. Very good. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, me robaron la cartera mientras leía el periódico en la cafetería.
Okay. My wallet was stolen while I was reading my newspaper in the coffee shop.
Right, and what newspaper were you reading?
El Mundo.
El Mundo, that's the right answer. Another 5 points. That's right, you were reading El Mundo, the best newspaper. Okay, very good, very
Five more
good.
points.
Okay, another irregular verb. Are you ready? ¿Has encendido alguna vez una cerilla debajo del agua? Sounds very difficult, doesn't it? Try it out.
Have you ever lit a match under the water?
Okay, have you ever lit a match under the water? Now we had 2 phrasal verbs associated with this. This is to light. What is this? With the cigarette. When you're finished, what do you do?
When you put it out.
Put it out. Very good. Another 5 points. You're getting a lot of points. I hope you're keeping up with Raquel's points because I want you to have more points than Raquel. Okay? But, well, I want the best person to have the most points. But I hope you're keeping up with her because she's doing very, very well. Now, we said put out is when it's intentional. What about when it's unintentional?
But it's done by
Okay,
you or
so
by
let's say,
somebody
no,
else.
let's say la vela se apagó por el viento.
Extinguished. No, no.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
Blown out. Blown out.
Okay, to blow out is like your birthday, you blow out the candles. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is it then?
Blown away.
No.
No.
Okay, the candle went out alone. There was no one did it on purpose. It went out because it was windy. Okay, so I put it out on purpose. It went out because of circumstances, right? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Let's try another one, okay? This is another one with numbers. Como necesito comprar unos 100 euros de tornillos, ¿me hace un descuento?
Okay. As I need to buy 100
Euros.
pounds
Okay.
or as I need to buy 100 euros worth of screws, will I get a discount?
Will I get a discount or will you give me a discount? Right. So remember, the structure is 100 euros worth of screws, tornillos. Okay, good, Raquel. Not too bad. You're doing well. You're doing very well. Okay, a few more vocabulary words. How do you say azafrán?
Saffron.
Saffron, right? Good. Okay, another one. No sirve de nada que pites. No vas a llegar antes.
There is no point in beeping your horn. You're not gonna get anywhere any earlier.
Yeah, there's no point in beeping your horn. You're not going to get there earlier. Okay, another one. Se sentó en el bordillo de la acera.
She sat down on the curb.
On the curb. How do you say, tengo que controlar mis gastos?
I have to control my expenses.
I have to curb my spending. Remember, curb es el bordillo, but curb is controlar. I have to control, we would say, curb. I have to curb my appetite. I have to curb my anger. I have to curb my spending. Okay? All right, very good, Raquel. How do you say timar? How do you say timar? Do you remember?
Oh,
It comes from another word for prisoner.
I don't remember it now.
Okay, did you remember? It's to con. To con, right? A convict cons somebody, okay? Juguetón, do you remember the adjective juguetón? Oh, taking away points. Playful. Juguetón is playful, okay? All right, here we go. Well, Raquel, we're winding down. It's about that time. I'm going to give you one more, just to give you, I'm going to give you a bonus. You're going to get 10 points here if you get this correctly.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 20 points if you get this correctly. I'll give you 20 points too. Detestable. Adjective. Detestable.
Omnibus.
You made up that word. Could you-
Omnibus.
Okay. Do you remember it? It's obnoxious. I can't give you the 25 points. I'm sorry. Obnoxious. It's a difficult word, but those are the ones you need to study more. Give it to me one more time. What's the word?
Obnoxious.
Obnoxious. Okay. Well, Raquel, I hope today's class wasn't obnoxious, okay? It was a lot of stuff. We call this the crazy class. Why? Because this is the one where we're testing a lot of different things. We're putting basically 4 classes into one class just to make sure, because I'll tell you something, if you don't study, you'll forget it. If you don't look it over or go over it, you will forget it. So we always tell you study as much as possible because it won't stay in your head automatically. Thanks again, everyone. This is Alberto Alonso with the lovely, beautiful Raquel.
Thank you, Alberto.
Okay. And join us next time on Rumbo al Inglés. Take care. Bye-bye.